Good evening everybody and welcome back to the League of Europe YouTube channel for round 7 of season 5
It
of
is going to be
Division 2.
Borzard by Matty 42 line, mesmerising pace of the second sector, goes to the top, it's another improvement on an 18.7, 2 tenths clear as Matty 40, and he is making a statement tonight. He is well clear of the rest of the field when margins have been so tight for pole usually. That is storming pace from Matt then. Even Packer unable to live with it on this run then. And nobody else get there. The rest of the field pretty close. The Matt's now comfortably pole. Can anyone stop it? We've seen his pace in recent rounds. He's going to look to try to set up another victory. At just 1 point off the championship lead, this could be massive for Matt 240.
It really could, especially with our championship leader Rakurik not here tonight. That is crucial for the rest of tonight. Larkin to cross the line.
All the way throughout. Matt 240 still a pole. And ultimately, the lap time that he set right at the start of the session would still be good enough for pole. No one's been able to get near him so far.
No one at the moment able to do so. Gary up by 1.5 in the middle part of the lap. A little bit of a wobble though coming out of turn 12, so he might have lost quite a bit of momentum down this next straight. We'll wait and see how his final sector holds up. A little bit wide out of 13 as well. Really pushing the limits of the track is Gary as he comes up towards the line. We've got one of the Alpha Tauri starting their next one. That will be Dark Ghost starting his next one in qualifying. Doom next to start as well. So Gary next person to cross the line to set a lap time. What can it be for the McLaren man who's had a bit of an underwhelming season so far? Crosses the line, goes P3 on an 18.9, exactly the same time as Packer, but because he said it after Packer, he goes third instead of second, but he's the next person into the 1 minute 18, so we're starting to see people now work their way closer to the front of the field. Next across the line I think is going to be Packer, currently on the front row, second place, hasn't been able to improve on his initial run, is flying in the middle part of a lap, comes up towards the line, it's an 18.8, it's close, but still not quite close enough to Matt. He didn't improve in the final sector of the laps, he wasn't able to quite get to Matt's pace.
Packer getting very close, and Dark Ghost goes into P2, and we've seen how well this man is going qualifying so far, and that we now have a new contender to enter the fray. Alright, it's Dark Ghost splitting the two dominant forces in this qualifying session. So far, they go down the line. Altogether Nolan, I think it's just going to be the next two start a flying lap then. And the Williams, he has got, well, he's had a nightmare season so far, so he's going to look to try and push himself a bit higher up here tonight. Then big qualifying lap leader, the load of cars coming in the pit lane. Over on the right hand side, he's able to clear the ball then, gets the next one. Oh!
Nolan just died.
Goes into the wall!
That might have distracted him, but that is his lap over and done with. I think Slash is going to be the next person to set a time. Actually, it might be J. Cole, I think. No, J. Cole's a bit further down, but he's done a 26.1 in the first sector, which is pretty strong. Slash, though, done a 26 flat in the first sector, which is very strong. Let's see what he can do at the end of the middle part of the lap. It's a 47.6, which is not quite on the pace of maybe the top 5 in the session, but it could put him in the lower reaches of the top 10. Really big slide coming out of turn 12 as he heads down towards turn 13. Can he get that car stopped nicely? A bit of a lock-up. Nice an exit on the exit of the corner though as he heads into the final few corners of the lap. The traffic in front of him I don't think is going to play a part, so it's got a nice clean run to the line as he heads through the penultimate corner, again locking up a little bit wide on the exit as he heads up through turn 16, a shallow line through the corner, but gets the car on the power nice as he comes up towards the line, currently 18th on the grid. Where can Slash put himself? He goes P7 on a 19 flat, only 9 thousandths behind McCrass, but that is at least him off the back row of the grid. We now wait for everyone to start their final runs in qualifying, only 3 seconds to go in the session, and J. Cole has crossed the line and gone crucially into that P11 slot, which could be quite nice for him at the end of this session.
Oh, invalidated, fuck.
Only half a second covering first down to 11th.
And Jim on a quick lap at 12 as well, coming up to the line in. And the Alpha Tauri goes P6 as another driver. And to the 118s and still want to go in the session. XL Gary round the final corner, currently says P4 at 18.9, goes to the line. The McLaren driver stays fourth and unable to quite improve then. Renault is the next up. I think that's already out of the session then. As I think Scooter Ray Sebs actually dropped it further down the line. That's coming out of turn 12. Next up, Haas, that's Arthur Felt coming up to the line now. 14th at the moment, crosses goes 11th. Just outside the top 10, which could be a good place to start. Matt Timos is only 14th then. Matt T40 has gone off. He's bailed out. That his opportunities for the rest of the field.
Yes, finally a good final corner. Let's fucking go! Woo! 6:09.
Yes!
Personal best. Let's go here.
Let's go, Ethan. What up? That 11-12 chicane was sexy.
Oh my god, and Darko spot. Let's go! Woo! Oh, that was a fucking sick lap. Packer's going ahead of me. Fuck.
Well, yeah, I think, yeah, it's an insane lap from
And we've got an Alfa Romeo as well, coming up to the line. Packer goes in a P1 in a storming 118.6. Well, I think that's qualifying to a close then. Packer at the top then, stealing it from Matt, who led the entire way. Brilliant from QVR Packer. He's in a hot seat ahead of the Australian Grand Prix.
That is a stunning final run from Packer. He did it when he needed it the most, and Matt, when he needed the lap the most, couldn't put it together in the end.
Yeah, I mean, if my lap was perfect, but the moment I invalidated, I was not going to get his. Actually, maybe I would have had it, but it would have been ridiculously close.
We have got a race in store.
Don't forget that Packer's going to have a fire in his belly. You mentioned after all those near misses Canada, he was cruelly denied by the man that's alongside him on the front row. So they're going to be having a fierce battle, I'm sure, up at the front of the grid.
I just have to not pull in Austria.
Right, Ethan. Tires look good. Gets going. Good luck.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, good luck.
Just get the starts we've got in practice.
Packer usually gets penalties as well, so just apply a bit of pressure if you stay behind me.
But it looks like we are going to get this session underway then. Who is going to get the best start off the front row of the grid? Can Packer convert that pole position into a lead in turn 1, or can Matt snatch that lead back into turn 1? It's lights out and away they go, and it looks like a fairly even start at the front of the field. It looks like Packer is going to hold on to it actually quite comfortably into turn 1. Matt immediately tucks in behind. Packer holds the lead into turn 1 then. He takes the lead of the race as he go through turn 2. A little bit of a gap back as Gary's challenging Dark goes down the inside towards turn 3. Can he get that move done on the Alpha Tauri? They're 3 wide in the background as Scooty Rear 7 tries to take control of his car. So one's gone off at the back. I think that's one of the Mercedes cars that had a bit of a moment coming through turn 2. Noon a bit wide there through turn 4 but gets away with it. At the front, Packer continues to lead. Matt staying within DRS range, but already the top 2 are starting to build a gap over Gary, who's over a second behind. Matt's looking very strong though in second place. He's tucked right underneath the Alfa Romeo's rear wing. Can he get a run maybe down towards turn 3? I don't think it's going to be quite close enough. He's on his ERS though. Can he get enough of a run into turn 3? He's got to have a look to the inside line, but he's not late enough on the brakes. He stays in behind the Alfa Romeo for the time being, but you've got to say at this point in the race, Matt 240 is looking a little bit more confident than QVR Packer.
Be careful in the first 2 cars.
But he's lost time, I think, that mistake in the pit lane has cost him. And Packer will maintain him. He gets the turn 1 through turn 1, and now Matt D40 with momentum, chasing down the outrace leader, and they're going to go to battle yet again here. Packer covering the inside line. Matt D40 up to the outside line, trying to run his way round, but for a switch back on the exit. It's not quite going to come through, and Packer will cover off that under. Also, you know, attacking TDB, and that's going to hold up the leaders even more then. He closes up, goes to the inside line, and turns the deep break.
Oh my god, they're fighting like crazy.
TDB underneath it, gets a better run in the corner, and a turn 14 does now, side by side the inside line with TDB, runs all out wide, no one dives into the inside of turn 15, tries to get alongside it now, the leaders are with them and getting held in face now, the RS for Nolan, that's been able to hold it back, he's on the open, he is not willing to let these guys...
They're free.
He has so much battery, he's going to try to tap Packer, any opportunity to get past the net race leader, he will gladly take it, he's right on his rear wing, but so soon, they're all bunching up on each other then, for Packer, he needs to get past Nolan, who doesn't have DRS then, Packer to the inside line, and Williams brings a little bit later, tries to alongside, bit of contact between him, and Matt now, looks round the inside of turn 4 then, Nolan's going to squeeze in, can't make it down then, and a turn 5 then, incredibly brave on the inside line, Kingston side by side, has the yield on the exit though, Matt getting through, then that was absolutely so risky for Matt, in the 40th places, he's still attacking Nolan now, to the inside is going to go, going to be a lens of teammates,
Oh my
he's
God.
going to hold back Matt though, he's protected, so now, Packer has the opportunity of pulling clear that Matt T40, has got to get it done maybe in a turn 11, but you can see TDB, he is playing the team game here, he's using his DRS defense, he'll have DRS as well for Packer, who can now run away.
Oh, he's gone. That's karma. That's fucking karma.
Right, get that fucker, mate.
I'll try my best.
Don't think anything is going to come out. I think it's just going to stay as a yellow flag, which is actually, no, I say that full safety car.
Then Valk heading up to the pit lane now. Are they going to take that risk, or are they just going to stay out then? In that case, it might work against them then. Arthur Falk is going to go to the pit lane. They're going to try and take that. The softs can go the way. They may be able to get through with that puncture, but they will drop off grip-wise then. They're going to go in. It has to be softs. It's the only way they can stay in this race. It's risky, but they have to go for it.
Falk comes out then, right behind Slash. So he's already onto the back of this queue of cars. Falk in 8th, no penalty for Falk. If he wants any chance of maybe getting a top 5 finish in this race, he's got to get the moves done very early. And the good thing for him at least as well, all the hard runners in front, it's going to take at least half a lap for their tyres to warm up. Pass. Can Packer just lead the way and hold on to a possible first race victory? He's not gone just yet. I think he might go just outside maybe of the penultimate corner, and he's going to go, actually no, he's going to wait until we get into the final corner. Still not going. He's really waiting a long time to get this race underway. Still hasn't gone, and now he goes. Matt reacts to it quite nicely. June though with a collision with the back of Noon's car under the safety car. That is a time penalty further back. Gary under massive pressure from RX Assassin, who's trying to look around the outside of Slash, but Slash going down the inside of RX Assassin. He might get the pair of them here on the exit of the corner, and he does. Around the outside of 4, there's contact though, and Slash spins amazingly. Zalama is able to avoid that spinning Williams.
And now looking at Morgan for a little bit. Now with the attack on XL Gary off the road of the inside line at turn 13, the half move through the crowd, and now down on Larkin more identified. I guess the exact same move. Shoot another penalty at a turn 7, and now Falk trying to tie it in a turn 9, looking to the inside line. Off the inside goes the Harsey. Can he get it stopped and turned in? Yes, he can! Brilliant from Falk, but Jim gets his better exit and is sitting right on his green diffuser. Now they need the wall turn 11, but Jim not only going to fight back Falk though. Still chasing down. Next up, Nune's going to learn a bit more battery. Falk has been using that to make those moves he has for the last few laps, and Jim actually falls flat of the race. Still in this trade, and keeping these guys on instead of keeping the gap to the drums behind. Falk on the move again then. Nune on the ERS for a hold him off. That good slip shoot over Falk, but Nune's going to force him in. Like dummies to the inside as Falk. Can he get it stopped to the inside line? Makes slight wheels, a little contact with a Ferrari. Outside of the turn 4. Round goes and he was caught in the wheel. Slamming into him goes Jim. Jim loses this front wing net, and 2 big top line contenders in this race goes spearing off here on the 23rd lap at 29. QVR Packer still holding the lead. He's been so cruelly denied on so many occasions. Man that denied him. Matthew 40 in Canada still right up behind him, and now putting the pressure on. There's just 4/10 of a second between the top 2 and spreading out and a turn 2, but still QVR Packer resists the pressure of Matthew 40, but the Red Bull chasing him down. There's clear all-time high for the race leader. Now, and he almost goes round at 4. Just keeps it together. But now it's kicking in. Matt pounding it. Falk there to punish. 3 drivers, 1 race winner then.
He's been so cruelly denied of multiple wins this season. He'll be desperate to pick up his first win of the season, especially at a race where he's led the entire way. A stunning pole lap has led the entire way. To be denied victory in the last few laps could be heartbreaking for the Alfa Romeo driver.
Oh, as if that's a pen. Fuck.
Not the pin. Not the pin. Yes. Oh my god. Oh fuck, I got a pun. Fuck! Yeah. Wait, what? Just left.
Back in the field for the majority of this race. Got Matt with a penalty. Crucially at turn 1, Matt, one of our race leaders, with a penalty, and now he's immediately attacking Packer, trying to get through on the Alfa Romeo, but that is crucial in this race. Now Packer, all he needs to do is just stay on the road. Major problem here for Packer though is he's derating down the straights. Matt has so much more ERS, and look how much he's using down the pit straight to try and get close to the back of the Alfa Romeo, who is so slow at the end of the straights. A little bit of a lock up from the Alfa Romeo in front. Is Matt close enough for a challenge into turn 3? Packer's derating. Matt's going to go for it. He's going to look to the outside line. Packer's having to defend the inside. Matt looks around the outside. Can he get the move done? He's really late on the brakes. He'll have the inside line for turn 4, and I don't think Packer's got the grip to hold it. Stunning move from Matthew 40 is into the lead of the race, but the time penalty looming over his head could cost him here. Packer though is now only 3/10 ahead of Falk. It's a battle between Packer and Falk for the race victory, and Falk is flying through turn 6. Is he close enough? He's on his ERS coming out of the corner. Packer derating already, and Falk's going to look for the move into turn 9. Packer's having to defend. Falk to the outside, late on the brakes, and he runs into the side of the Alfa Romeo onto the grass. That's Falk's opportunity, surely gone in this race. He's dropped out of DRS range of the Alfa Romeo in front with an audacious move at turn 9. It's not worked, and now the pressure is somewhat released off the Alfa Romeo driver.
as Parker still sat right there with him, doing what he needs to do in this race then. Matt still leading away then, with just a few corners left to go. It's 3 to go for QVR Parker. Matt's going to lead them home, but Parker, whose opportunities last season didn't come to pay, and then 3 race-winning chances missed here in season 5, but this time it comes good, and QVR Parker at last is a race winner in LOE Division 2. He snatches it from Matthew 40.
We fucking did it! Let's go!
Come on!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Woo!
Oh,
Yes!
you absolutely deserve that.
Oh,
Man.
that's a championship lead too! Woo!
Ethan, so you're a D2 race winger.
Yes! Yes, yes, boys, thank you so much.
What a race, and QVR Parker, after so many near misses, finally grabs a race victory, and with that, I believe, possibly the championship lead to go with it as well.
It's right on the bubble. I'm actually just going to double check what the points gap between Matt and Packer was going in. Obviously, Rekurik not here today, so he drops down. And actually, the gap between Matt and Packer in the points was only 6, so Packer will take the lead of the championship with that result. I think it might have to give a shake of the hand to Falk for just holding on to that second place over Matthew 40 as well. That's Falk's best result of the season so far in the Haas as well. Good performance of him. That could throw him into the top 10 in the championship. But Packer, like you say, finally gets that race victory. It's been four attempts at a race victory. 3 times has been denied. Finally, he gets that race victory under his belt. And what a season it's been so far from Packer, who was middle of the road, you've got to say, last year. This season, he has come alive. And now the championship lead as we head towards the midway point of the season. Packer finally with that first race victory in Division 2, having won so many times in Division 3 in the past. Packer wins from pole position.
Thank you for watching this terribly put together and definitely not copyrighted video from Australia on Saturday night from LOE Division 2. First race win, and had to make a highlights video for it. So once again, thank you for watching the video. Subscribe if you haven't, and that's been all.